But know this, that in the last days perilous times will come, for men will be lovers of money, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, unloving, unforgiving, slanderers, without self-control, brutal, despisers of good, traitors, headstrong, haughty, lover of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power, and from such people turn away. Second Timothy chapter 3 verse 1 to 5. When Apostle Paul lay condemned in a Roman cell, he penned an accurate description of the state of the world in the end times as the time for Christ's return drew ever closer. Paul gave important information on how to identify these end times, which would become increasingly fraught with danger and wickedness, and he also gave clear instruction on how to respond during this evil time and outlined the responsibility of every believer. Today, we are living in the perilous last days about which the Apostle Paul wrote. He prophesies of moral decay, societal degeneration, and an increasing advance towards every form of ungodliness, such that the influence of evil and wickedness would be seen to permeate every area of society and would even infect the Christian church itself. The Bible points out that these last days in which we live began back in the first century and will continue right down until Christ returns when he comes to set up his millennial kingdom. Paul, together with the other New Testament writers, identify these perilous last days as the entire church age, together with that future time of terrible tribulation known as the time of Jacob's trouble, which is often called the seventh week of Daniel. Men will be lovers of money, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, unloving, unforgiving, slanderers, without self-control, brutal, despisers of good, traitors, headstrong, haughty, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power, are not simply a description of the unsaved, but is an indicator of the progressive death to which much of the Christian church has fallen over the past 2,000 years. But Paul never gives a warning without the necessary tools to address the issue at hand. He does not tell us to try to change society per se, but he does instruct us to turn away from such things, to immerse ourselves in the scriptures, to preach the word, to be watchful in all things, to endure hardships, to do the work of an evangelist, to fulfill our ministry, and to keep the faith. We are to keep our eyes looking to Jesus so that we may finish the race that God has set before each one of us, whatever that race may be. And he also reminds us that there is a crown of righteousness laid upon all who will long for his return. Today we are much closer to the return of Christ when the perilous times in which we will live be gone, knowing that very soon Christ will be coming in the clouds to take us to be with him himself. To God be the glory. God bless you.